I make these. This one says Sussex slag, but they say lots of different things. So I'm going to show you how I make them. But by the way, in Sussex there are many different words for clay and mud, a bit like the Eskimos with lots of words for snow. And so Sussex slag is a type of Sussex clay, in case you were thinking anything else. I'm Christine Binnie. I'm a potter and a performance artist, but not only those things, but today I'm here in that capacity. I like saying potter and performance artist rather than just artist, because I think artists are a bit overrated and people go, ooh, artists. I don't want artist to be my identity. I want me to be my identity, and other things are just things that kind of, they're in the world, but they're not necessarily me. Like I'm a cyclist. Well, I was. Hopefully I will be again. I'm an anthropologist. I'm a have been an experimental archaeologist, but they're only labels. So, and it's quite nice feeling like you don't have to succeed at any of the things in order for you to feel like you are yourself. I first started with pottery when I was at Eastbourne Art College in the 70s, and I wanted to go and do fine art, but I only went to secondary modern school and I didn't have enough O-levels to go on to, you know, like a proper do a degree, and they sort of needed to find something to do with me, and there was a pottery class, a whole pottery. They were opening a whole pottery department that was part of the proper art college rather than just part-timers, and they said, oh, will you do pottery? And I went, yeah, all right then. These are the first ones I'm doing this year because I've had a hip replacement that's been very complicated, not this marvellous thing that people tell you it is, and it's held me back, and the logistics of things like going to the kiln and the pottery have been too difficult, and I just feel like all my energy has just been taken up with doing my exercises and that type of thing. So I just didn't do it, but there are various sales and things coming up, and I'm marooned in Hailsham because it's so hot. We started the Neonaturist in the early 80s, and we do body painted performances, and it's all a long story that I won't go into now, but I still do it occasionally, at least once a year. In fact, the next one is going to be the Alternative Miss World. I won't tell you the name we're going to be because it's top secret, because it's competition. Anyway, we've kept I kept all the photos, or as many as I could, because that's what people say you have to do when you do performance, because you haven't really got anything afterwards. Like, you know, I'm making these now, but when you do a performance, you have to try and remember to get people to take photos, which is quite hard. And but we did end up with some photos. And when I stopped working in an office, I thought I'd make the most of my office muscle while I had it, and catalogue my archive of photos and neonaturist memorabilia and stuff. And so I did, and as I was doing it with all these floaty little bits of paper that seemed so fragile, I just saw these in my mind, the the photographs floating onto the outside of a pot, and I thought, ooh, I could start doing pottery again and make a pot, which is a piece of neo-naturist documentation. So that's what I did, and actually it was that got me back into this phase of doing pottery that I'm on again. And I've made like 3 or 4 big pots, but they're big. I live in a tiny flat, and also I like making things that people can actually have that probably also live in tiny flats. So I made a few of these documentary pots, and I occasionally make bigger things, but I'm on the smaller things now and most of the time because I like people to have them.
Used to wake up, get dressed and run. I didn't have time to eat or make some lunch, but I'm making some changes now. A new day is dawning. From now on every day will start with slow mornings. Slow mornings. Slow mornings. I'm doing this now for my future self. I'm building a wall around my mental health. My eyes have opened as the light streams in. The mornings are slow as things are gently beginning. Slow mornings, slow mornings, slow mornings, slow mornings.
I'm a nomadic artist. I like, I haven't got a studio. It's not, I couldn't really justify paying for it. And I think it'd be a bit of a responsibility. And I think maybe I've got the age where I should consider, but at the moment, I like making things on location.
Morning alarm, just the birds when they're singing. My body will know when it is time to stop sleeping. No scrolling, no tech, just the sipping of a tea. I found them to breathe, and now slow mornings are for me. Slow